I could be anywhere, doing anything, seeing anyone, but why are you in my head? Now I second guess every second thought where the setup is for how your name gets involved. But I'd rather be with you.
Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to another video. So for those who are new here, my name is Britt. I run a small crochet business called Nerdy Girl Crochets. As of September, August area, I went full-time with my crochet business. I had been in the crochet community over on Instagram for about 2 years before I went full-time with my business. Before that, I was working full-time as a nurse. It was not easy to make this decision to go full-time with my business. I am extremely passionate about my business, but yeah, it was not an easy decision, but I am so blessed and happy to be here. So my crochet business primarily focuses on making crochet accessories for other crocheters that are kind of inspired by my favorite nerdy things, especially anime. I also make things that are inspired by mental health awareness with a high emphasis on safety eyes. So I love to do safety eye drops that are inspired by anime. Love. So when I do my safety eye drops, those are limited time. I do just a few days where the drop is open. People can order as many as they want. I close the drop down. I make those to order, and then that's it for that style. I have yet to do any restocks, but now that I'm full-time, I'm thinking this year I will likely do restocks. Hopefully. Or I was working full-time as a nurse, so it was just really difficult. But now that I'm full-time, I'm hoping restocks will probably be in the future in 2026, so we'll see. But I do have already my next few eye drop themes planned out, and I'm super excited. So stay tuned for my next video. In my next video, I will be highlighting one of my favorite anime ever. I'm super excited. And so in my next video, I will be officially revealing the theme for the eye drop that's coming up at the end of this month. I'm just really excited. So as far as crochet accessories go that I offer on my website, which is nerdygirlcrochets.com, I sell the sewing sticks, which are used to sew crochet plushies together. I absolutely swear by them. I don't know how I ever sewed plushies together before. No wonder I hated sewing as a beginner. But once I started using those, I actually don't mind sewing. I think I actually prefer it because then you can be way more meticulous, but that's besides the point. I sell sewing sticks, stitch markers, and crochet patterns and plushies over on my website, nerdygirlcrochets.com. And I also have an Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is mostly just crochet patterns. I recently did put a plushie up on my Etsy shop. It's mostly just kind of experimental. I wanted to see if I put a plushie up on there, would it help people realize hey, she sells plushies too. I feel like I'm mostly known in the community for selling safety eyes, which is awesome. I love that people know I do the anime inspired safety eye drops. That is awesome. But I would also love my plushies, to get off to their forever homes. I have quite a few on my website, and it's just I have felt it's difficult to sell plushies online. Here on my channel, I keep it extremely real when it comes to my experience as a full-time crochet business owner. I'm going to share all the highs, lows. I just want people to kind of know what it's been like for me. I just really like to keep it real. So anyways, I feel like it has been very difficult to sell plushies online, and I always love to get other people's experience. So if you have any tips, tricks, anything for selling plushies online that have worked for you, drop in the comments below because I am just always interested to know. I did put one up on Etsy just to see if it would help at all. It's a custom Spider-Man dino. It looks like he is wearing a Spidey suit, and I had a lot of fun making him, but I did have to up the price because of the Etsy fees, and a piece of my soul died a little bit having to up that price so much, and I hate it, but it is what it is. So anyways, I only put one up there for now because my goal is to build my website, my branding. I really feel like having my own website. That's just more of my goal personally. Like I'm doing Etsy like the just so it's there. I feel like that's what people know, but I started off selling my physical products using Shopify. I've now had Shopify for a year. I initially started my business like kind of by accident. I would post that I like used eyes that I painted myself when I would share my plushies over on Instagram. And then people would just ask if I sell them. Started selling eyes, beaded hooks, the sewing sticks, kind of everything just through like Instagram messages. Once it got to be too difficult for me to manage through the Instagram messages, that's when I was like, okay, 2025, I'm gonna finally just make a website. I'm not tech savvy. I get really intimidated and overwhelmed by techie stuff. So that's why I even took so long to even make a website. I was very, very intimidated by the thought of it, but I'm really glad I did. It has made the order process and the organization, everything so much easier. I'm just really glad I did. I felt the reason I chose to go having my own website route was because I kind of already had like a base of people who knew I sold stuff. I think personally, and this is just my opinion, if I had like no clientele base, I probably would have gone the Etsy route first. But because I already had people who knew I sold stuff, I felt comfortable building my website first. There's definitely pros and cons to whichever way you go. I have been working really hard on giving my shop a little refresh. And with that, I'm just working on kind of consistency with my listing photos. Like before, some of them I had photos that were like indoor, some were outdoor. Most of them were outdoor, but I struggled with certain photos. Like my camera would just like not pick up what I was trying to take a photo of, especially certain colors, like certain colored eyes and stuff like that. Greens, notorious for being difficult to pick up outside because I take my photos outside in front of a green shrub. Literally nothing crazy. It's in my front yard. So I have neighbors that are like always outside. So yeah, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable is definitely a huge thing. I think if you are somebody who is looking to become like a small business owner, like content creator, it kind of sucks, but I feel like in today's world, if you're looking to build your own brand and your own business, you kind of have to be both, which is a tough thing, right? Because those of us who are creative and like artistic and stuff, sometimes you're like, I just want to make the art. Why do I have to make content too? Why can't I just like make the art and put it out there? I don't want to have to put myself out there too. But unfortunately, I feel like today with being so like social media heavy, I do feel like it does you kind of have to make the content, or else how is the world going to know you exist? How is the world going to know your product exists? So anyways, when I first started like taking photos, I'm talking like 2 years ago when I first like started, because I've been painting eyes for 2 years now. I would like go in my backyard where it wasn't as good, like there wasn't good opportunity for a backdrop and everything, because I didn't want my neighbors to see me, blah, blah, blah. I was embarrassed. Now I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. I have goals. My neighbors are always outside. I can't like try and work around them, and I just don't care. I really don't care anymore. Like I got goals. My shrub makes for a good backdrop. They just know me now. I'm always outside with like my eyeballs and my plushies, like holding them up and taking photos. I love to take photos holding my plushies and stuff like that. They make me really happy. And also I am somebody who personally, I like to hold up my plushies so people can see like how big they are, because I personally feel you don't know how big a plushie is until you see somebody holding it. There are so many that I'm like, I would never have known it was that massive until I saw the creator holding it. And I was like, what? So I personally love to take photos holding my plushies, especially since I really primarily make fan art. So I make like fan specific like characters and everything like that. I absolutely love to take photos with my plushies. So yeah, pretty much every time I'm out there taking photos with my plushies or videos, my neighbors are out there watching me. And I'm just like, this is happening. When it comes to, trying to become like a small business owner, you kind of have to just get comfortable with being uncomfortable. The only way you're ever going to do it is by just doing it. And you just kind of have to like get past that feeling where you're like, ooh, I feel weird. This feels so uncomfortable, because I was there. And I was like, they're looking at me. Just let them look at you, because you got goals. And if you're so worried about that person who's looking at you that you don't even know, you're never going to achieve them. So let them look at you. I just felt like I had to say that. But anyways, I just wanted to show, because I did update the stickers of some of my standard collection eyes. So I'm going to update the listing and just kind of like brighten them up and refresh them. The first like standard color collection I came out with when I went full time was my Life in Color collection. This is a collection of 6 different colors. This was kind of like mental health inspired. The whole thing was, you know, I had been in the dark and then I started to see the light again, and that's how I came out with the name Life in Color. This is the Life in Color collection. So orange, pink, purple, blue, teal, and green. And cameras and stuff, they never do them justice. Some of these have even like a very subtle color shift, which I love. Like the green has a little bit of gold. The teal, oh, the teal is my favorite personally. And then the purple has a little bit of pink to it. I love. So this is good for people who want just kind of like a subtle shimmer set. So this was just something I came out with because I knew I wanted to have just simple colors for people who wanted something a little bit more simple between my drops. My drops tend to be a little bit more of, I don't know the word, bam. Maybe like bam, intense. I like really colorful, and when I am designing my anime eyes, I really pull in the colors of whatever like character or scene that I'm inspired by. That is what I'm kind of going for. So they're not subtle. Like my anime inspired eyes are not very subtle. So I wanted to kind of have a more simple option for people in between drops if they just need like a simple color for whether it be a character, an animal, whatever it may be. So I kind of wanted to just have like a simple color palette that people could choose that's kind of like the standard main colors of the rainbow, kind of. I didn't do yellow just because yellow I feel like is not as common of a color. That's why I ended up choosing these colors for the Life in Color collection. But I even changed out the stickers. Not stickers, just the sticker up top. It's kind of hard to see from here, but there's just like little flowers blooming. One has just like a sun and one's a moon. I really love celestial kind of stuff. I love the whole idea of it like blooming, you know, because I think of it as like blooming into a new. I just really like the symbolism of the new sticker even. I'm really big into little details. So I got an order for the Life in Color collection 30mm. So I was like, no time like the present to take a photo and update the sticker. So thank you, Sarah. You're giving me an opportunity to update my listing photo. Because same, Sarah also ordered the Be the Light collection, and I did want to update that sticker as well. Before I had some stars on it and you just couldn't really see the stars, and I wanted to update the font to be a little bit more consistent with the other fonts on my stickers. Like I said, I am a sucker for details. It's just the little things, and right now I am really working on trying to nail down my branding and consistency on my website, and really just kind of like amongst all of my social media platforms. So if people see something, they can be like, oh, that reminds me of Britt, aka Nerdy Girl Crochets. So think like pink, blue, neon with a little bit of like sparkle. I want that to kind of remind people of me. I love all of that. So anyways, here is the Be the Light collection. This is another standard collection that people can get. I came out with this because I wanted to have like a pastel option, and I loved how sparkly these were. So I just wanted kind of like standard colors. So pink, purple, blue, and that's like a minty green at the bottom. So I just updated the font and the stars. So the stars are a little bit easier to see than the previous stars I had on there. And so nothing crazy, but they do sparkle like crazy. And for my eyes, you can buy them in a bundle, or individual. It is a little bit cheaper if you buy the bundle, and you can buy my eyes in sizes 18 to 40 millimeter. I do really like the Beetle Light collection. I just am obsessed with sparkly things, so the sparkles on these ones just, they're so good. The newest thing I actually added to my website as far as eyes go, which I never thought I would have like a one-off set of eyes, but this was pretty funny. I was testing Ash Ketchum for Bardic trinkets. I love Bardic trinkets. That's Caitlin over on Instagram. I love her. She is awesome. She does like cons all the time, so she is a fellow nerdy crocheter. Love her. I was testing her Ash Ketchum, and I literally just made a joke in the tester chat that I'm like, I have been crocheting so many dolls recently. I should just batch make brown eyes because so many characters have brown eyes and I never have them. And there's just something about having to pause a project and paint eyes that I can't stand. I don't like it. I'd much rather use eyes from other creators when I'm making projects, but I don't have brown eyes from other creators. I just don't. So I literally made that joke that I should just batch make brown eyes because I have been on a doll kick recently. I just want to make a bunch of dolls. And her response was, yeah, and you should sell them. And other people in the group agreed they would buy them. So I was like, okay, ask and you shall receive. I ended up doing it. So I do now offer brown eyes on my website, and I was trying to think of what is like a nice name for brown eyes. I typically, go for anime character mental health awareness, like, well, what's a good name for brown eyes? And then I was like, all right, what's something else about me? I love sweets. I have a huge sweet tooth. And so it's like brown toffee. Okay, I like toffee. So I ended up going with the name Toffee. These are the brown eyes that you can get now on my website, the Toffee eyes. I have actually gotten a handful of orders for them. So I just wanted to say thank you all so much who have ordered the brown eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means so much. I actually had somebody order a set in 40 millimeter and it's amazing. When they're in 40 millimeter, they're just like massive. So you can really see the sparkle. Let's get the little fuzzies off. If you are having like little fuzzies or flakes on your eyes, I just take like a little piece of tape, like Scotch tape, and you can get those little fuzzies off. But anyway, I love that on 40 millimeter, you can like see everything. All the little shimmer, or if you do little inserts, like bam, guys. Look at that. So yes, I got an order for 40 millimeter of the toffee and I was like, hot dang, look at that sparkle. So thank you so much for the love on the toffee eyes. I appreciate it so, so much. It literally just came from me making a joke that I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I keep needing brown eyes. And I needed a set for Ash Ketchum when I was testing him. So yes, the brown eyes are in Ash Ketchum, which I will be showing later in this video. And I am so, so excited. So I did get order from Christine from What's Up Cupcake. And I just want to say thank you so much, Christine. Like, you're one of the people here on YouTube who has made me feel so welcome from the beginning. When I was having a hard time, you were literally so, so sweet to me. And I just want to say thank you so, so much. Your kindness does not go unnoticed. And I just want you to know that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just wanted to show you too, because one of the ones you got was something I only had one of. So I was like, oh, you have great taste. So Christine got this little Baymax Ami stick. I was like, oh, he's so cute. The lighting is not showing that this little like white bead is sparkly. I was like, he's so cute. I love Baymax. I love him so much. I went to Disneyland last year and we did like the Hopper Pass. So we went over to California Adventure and we did the little meet and greet with him. And oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love Baymax so much. So she actually got these three. So she got Baymax, the little Totoro, and the Soot Sprite. And I was like, oh, so cute, so cute. She also got some eyes for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Christine. And Thank you to anybody who has supported my business in any way. Seriously, every order helps keep this dream a reality. I love supporting other small businesses. You know, as small businesses, we recognize and appreciate every single order. It's not the same as like when we order from Amazon. Like, they're not going to recognize and appreciate the order the same way that a small business owner does. So I just want to say thank you so, so much. I'm going to finish packing up her order today with her eyes, and I hope you love them when you get them. And there's some of the other ones I need to pack up for some other orders. Also, the Huntrix one, that was from Nocturne Cat's giveaway over on Instagram, so that'll go out today too. All right, I am super excited for this. In my last video, I mentioned that for the first time ever, I actually placed an order with Premier yarn. I've never used them before. I'm gonna be honest, I've been hesitant. I had touched Premier yarn, like the Parfait Chunky, in the store, and like I had friends who used it, and like I had a visceral reaction to it. I was like, ugh. I'm very picky now, especially now that I have like yarn that I actually love. If it feels gross, I just no. That's why I'm even very picky about like the Michaels yarn. If it's got a really gross texture to it, I just can't do it. And all the skeins I touched of Parfait Chunky were like that. And so I was like, no, I can't do Parfait. No, I can't. Well, not Parfait, just Premier in general. I was like, that was so disgusting. So I was really nervous to try anything Premier. I keep hearing good things about Premier, especially their plush. I feel like I'm just kind of, right now, I'm over blanket yarn. Every time I work with it, it just kills my wrist. And with having to like prepare for markets and hopefully, Anime Washington, as of today, it is January 12th, you guys. January 12th. Anime Washington is February 6th through the 8th. It is a 3-day event. I still have not heard back from them. All the applicants are public. Like, the public can go on their website and see them. I have emailed them and they have not gotten back to me. I just want to know, in my email I asked you, is there like an ETA of when I'll hear? Because the hotels were filling up really fast. Whether I am vending or just attending, I will be going. So that's why I got a hotel. I'm going with my sister and my brother-in-law. And so I'll be going no matter what, but I'm just like, at this point, I need to know so I can get like a ticket if I need one. This is only their 3rd year, so I guess I just kind of thought I would hear back by now. Anyway, I need yarn that is not going to kill my wrist. Like, I would make one small make with Bernay blanket yarn and then I would be out for 24 hours because I don't push through pain. If I'm feeling pain, I stop. I learned after my first year of like overdoing it with crochet that it is not worth it. We are going for longevity. I want to have like good physical health and everything. I'm not here to burn myself out. I need yarn that is not going to kill me after one small make. And that's when I decided I'm not just going to keep trying to work with the Bernay blanket yarn that I have that just is killing me. So I decided I wanted to try the Premier plush yarn because I keep hearing really good things about it. And so here we are. Anyways, let's get to the unboxing. So this is the box I got of Premier. That's my address. You don't need that. So this is the box I got from Premier and it's all plush. So I'm really excited to try it. So let's go ahead and we'll open it up and I'll tell you what I think. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Okay, I couldn't remember what colors I got. I'm the worst, okay? I am the worst. I'm kind of forgetful, which is why I've had to really start like getting organized since going full-time with my business. Now that my goal is to try and get on with cons, I have actually made a document because I wasn't even familiar with some cons. So I have made a document now of cons that I have applied to, what dates they are, and now I'm going to be adding like what dates do their applications open. Like, it's time to get organized because next year actually might be the year where I have a better shot. I applied to a convention that is like the date it is going is in May. They actually followed me back on Instagram. So I was like, okay, that's a good sign, right? They actually let me know 2 days later that they would not be accepting me because there's too many crocheters. I appreciated how fast they got back to me. Like, they were so quick, and I appreciated that they gave me a reason. I was so impressed by how fast they were. And you know what else? They literally on that email had a list at the bottom of the other conventions, like the other Comic Cons that they run, the same company. And I was like, oh, perfect. And I went and looked them up. So I applied to another one that's in August that's run by them. I figure as long as it's within like 3.5 hour drive, I'm comfortable with that. So I applied to another one that's run by that same company. So we'll see. It might just be like this year is a little like my learning curve because I don't know. This is all new for me. I couldn't believe that that one got back to me in 2 days and is further out than Anime Washington. That's less than a month away and they still haven't gone back to me. Just wild. But anyways, back to the yarn. Oh my gosh, I got distracted because I saw the orange. I literally got distracted because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm happy I got orange because I am going to be testing another doll for my best friend, Sweet Beans Crochet, who literally, she makes the best market-friendly dolls. I will take it to my grave. She makes the best market-friendly dolls. And I'm going to be testing her Goku, which I believe she calls Nobu. Like, the pattern is called Nobu. And I was like, gosh, I don't know if I have like a good orange that's not going to kill my wrist. Because I prefer to use plush yarn for her dolls. I was like, gosh, I don't think I have like a yarn that's not going to kill my wrists for him. Dang it. And I'm so happy I bought orange. I couldn't remember like what colors I bought. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You know what else I forgot I bought? Skin tone. Although I will admit the skin tone, I don't love the skin tone. I feel like it's a little bit more peach. I don't know. I do love the feeling of it. It just is a little bit more orangey than I would have hoped. Not that I won't use it, but in person, I feel like it's a little darker than I thought it would be. But the texture of this is good. Like, I really do love the texture of this yarn. Like, so far, I'm loving the texture. It feels great. This definitely is way better. Way better than like Burn It Blanket. I love the texture so far. I'm not getting any of that ickiness that I feel when I go to Michael's. I feel like when I go to Michael's, it's more like I'm lucky if I find a good skein, and so far these are all feeling amazing. I also heard that Premier has a really good return policy if you're not happy with them, which is good. So far, very, very happy. So let me get these all out of their bags so I can see what I ordered, because I forgot. See it like, what color is this? I don't even remember. Toffee. Okay. I remember ordering pink. I do know that because I made, in my last video, I showed Naughty Hooker's Mew Worry Pal, and that took me so long to make. And it shouldn't have. It literally is like a tiny little market-friendly perfect Mew. And it took me so long to make, and I was like, that's ridiculous. It should not take me that long. But it took me a long time because the yarn kept catching on the hook and it was hurting my wrist. And so I was like, I need to find a yarn that's not going to kill me. This is so soft. Oh my gosh. I love how soft this is. Also, I can tell looking at this that I could use this with Naughty Pony. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Naughty Pony is another yarn that I absolutely love. And I love that Naughty Pony is run by a crocheter that we know. If you guys have not checked out Traveling Pony Studios here on YouTube, you should. She's the one who runs Naughty Pony Yarn. I love Carrie. I just love that she's got like so much passion and she's got like so much depth to her. I really love watching her YouTube videos. I just think Carrie's really cool. I love her yarn. I think she's amazing. You guys should check it out. And I could tell this would go well with her yarn as well. I'm gonna get like all the yarn out of the box so we can look at it.
I got everything to lose. Don't know what to do, don't know what to do. 'Cause I've been chasing feelings.
Okay, I got 2 of this yellow, which is called Summer. I am a huge fan of how vibrant it is. Beautiful. I know I got this because I was thinking Pikachu, which my homeboy's right there. I got 2 of the orange. I remember I was thinking Charmander, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to make Goku, and this is perfect. I got 2 of the blue. I don't remember why I wanted blue. I'm gonna be completely honest. 2 of the pinks, I had Mew in mind when I bought these. 2 of the shell, these were for dolls when I'm making Sweet Beans crochet dolls. And then these colors, I was thinking for if I make any Attack on Titan dolls. I know Sweet Beans Crochet plans to make her little like bite-sized dolls. She has mentioned both in her YouTube and to me personally that she does plan in the future to do Attack on Titan dolls, and I'm going to die. I'm so excited. I love Attack on Titan. I love Attack on Titan so much. So I'm going to be freaking out when she does Attack on Titan. So I guess I was just like thinking ahead. I'm ready to go for when she does Attack on Titan. I have the colors and my wrist will not die. That all equated to this box. So this actually might end up being my new go-to. This and Naughty Pony. I am very excited with how it feels. I am curious to see how it goes when I'm actually working with it, but just based on feeling, I love it because I used to like love Michael's yarn before the quality went to poo-poo. I loved Michael's yarn. And then when it started to get consistently just disgusting, that's when I was like, I'm done. So I'm so far very, very pleased and excited to actually work with it. I want to just like talk about like a really sweet gift and stuff. It kind of ties into a Christmas gift I made last year that I was super proud of. And then I'll start with showing off the whips that I finished that I showed in my last video, and then I'll show you projects that were not featured that are now finished. But anyways, so last year I had made my aunt, who is obsessed with Superman, a Superman doll. The base body I had used is actually a pattern by Nocturne Cat Crochet, which is my best friend. She's over on Instagram. This doll base is not a release pattern, but she has it like written up and she shared it with me so I could use it. I have used this doll base to make Aaron Yeager, which I have made a video here on YouTube. I don't know if I've made a video or 2, but I used it to make Aaron Yeager for my sister as a gift. Still one of my proudest makes to this day. So I used it to make Aaron Yeager, and I also used it to make Superman for my aunt, who is absolutely obsessed with Superman. My aunt and I have always kind of like been like birds of a feather because she loves Superman and I love Spider-Man. So I always knew I wanted to make her a Superman. So not 2025, but Christmas of 2024. I made it for her for Christmas, and it was just, her reaction was so sweet. Now what I didn't realize was she has like kept it kind of like hidden in a way because she's like terrified of anything happening to it. Her husband's gift to her this year was building her a custom like telephone booth for Superman to display him. And I just thought that was the sweetest thing, that my gift from the year before like inspired his gift for this year, and it was so cool. So like I recorded her opening the gift, and like this was my first time seeing it too. I had heard about it, but seeing it in person and seeing that like the Superman that I made her was a part of it, and seeing how happy and excited she was to finally be able to display him, it was the cutest thing ever. I was so touched by it, and I love sentimental side of crochet so much. How touched people can be by our gifts, and like shoot, if you didn't watch my last video and you saw my reaction to the Secret Santa gift that I got from Crochet with Kelsey, I was so emotional when I got it. She had made me Kyo from Fruits Basket, and I love Fruits Basket. Like I was tearful. It was so sweet. So I am a huge sucker for the sentimental side of crochet. And so that's how it felt watching her see this custom made like telephone booth display for the Superman doll that I had made her the year prior. It was so amazing. All right, that was just like, that was so touching. I literally was like, oh my gosh, that is so special. So that was such an amazing part of the Christmas time season for me. In my last video, I also mentioned that I was working on finishing up my Secret Santa. So now I can mention my Secret Santa was Pocket Full of Posies, which is Riley. She is here on YouTube and over on Instagram. I absolutely love Riley. She is somebody I can talk to like about anything. I literally call her my crochet mama. I love her so much. We are very close. So when I pulled her name, I was so excited. Now, I will say, when I was recording the clip of me showing off her, so I made her a dragon, I will insert the clip. When I was recording the clip of me showing her dragon, I was in mentally a dark place. Typically, when I am myself and I'm doing mentally well and I'm doing okay, this is what you get. You see me, I'm pretty upbeat, but I am, I'm human. I have my down days. Yeah, I was not my normal upbeat self. I was having a low. I was in a bit of a low end of 2025, early 2026. I was stuck in that comparison loop and struggling to get out of it, but I still wanted to show off her plushie. So I don't want to like hide that low because I still want to show her plushie. And so I'm still going to insert the clip because it is special. And Riley had me as her Secret Santa the year before, and in the clip I talk about that, but I just want to be real. I was not feeling like myself. I was mentally struggling. So yeah, you're going to see the part of me that is not this normal, like upbeat self, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to not be okay. But I just wanted to put that out there. Like, you're going to see that I was not feeling like myself. I wasn't. I'm doing better now. I'm happy to be feeling more like myself. But yeah, just know that going into that clip that I was not feeling like myself at the time. But anyways, I'm going to insert that clip and then we will officially see the makes. So I did finish a Secret Santa that I did with a group of my crochet friends over on Instagram. And the person that I drew for Secret Santa, I was so unbelievably excited. The person I drew for my Secret Santa is Pocketful of Posies over on Instagram. She is also here on YouTube. Her name is Riley, and she's literally one of the sweetest souls ever. I literally call her my crochet mama because she's literally somebody I can like go to about everything. She knows I've been struggling. Like, Riley is just such a good person, a good human. Love Riley to death. So when I pulled her name, I was like, I didn't pull her name, it was like virtual pull, but you know what I mean. But when I pulled her name, I was like, I'm so happy I have her, right? I'm so happy I have Riley. And funny enough, she had me last year. So I was like, this is actually perfect. And Riley is like a very sentimental person. She's like me. She loves the sentimental side of crochet. So I was like, I'm so happy that I have her. I'm just so happy that I have Riley this year. I can't even begin to tell you. But just like with everything that has been going on, how busy I am with my business, and just seriously all the time I've been putting in just trying to be successful and make sure I have all these products on my website and be ready for this con that who knows if I'm going to be in. I don't know. I'm late. I'm a few days late on when I was supposed to send it out, but it's done. I wish I had thought to film the eyes I made her. I made her some custom eyes, but I want to show what I actually crocheted for Riley, and I hope she loves it. I'm really excited for her to get it. I made Riley a Luma in blanket yarn. So this is Bernay blanket yarn. And then for the little star on the tail, I used Zaddy Crafts. This is like his little itty bitty star. This is going to be included in his book that's going to be releasing. I was actually one of the secret testers for his little itty bitties. Super excited about that. Zach's one of the crocheters that literally I remember before I learned amigurumi that I would watch on my personal account and be like, that is so cool. Like, I can't imagine being able to do that. And now that I can call him a friend, it's pretty unreal. Like, he's such a nice person, truly genuine. It's just amazing. I don't know. It's just really been cool to watch his journey like flourish, seeing like his yarn blow up. So if you're not familiar with Zach, which is Crochet Me Zaddy, and his yarn line, Zaddy Crafts, definitely check him out. He is here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. Definitely check him out. He is in Australia, but like his yarn is top notch. I love his yarn so much. But the fact that he now has like a book coming out and I got to be a part of that journey, it's just unreal. Like, I remember watching him before I even knew how to crochet. And so now to be a part of that journey is like, it felt surreal and amazing that somebody I used to look up to, I now get to call a friend. It's just really cool. So I used his star pattern with Sweet Snuggles Light to make the little star tip for the tail. The pattern usually has like little frills for it, but I was going for like a celestial theme. So anyways, this, I can't remember if I said, this is the Luma pattern by Riley herself, Pocketful of Posies. So I used some heat set vinyl stars that I have. They're all glitzy. So I put 2 right there on the front of her arm, and then on the opposite leg, I did kind of like the same formation of those glitzy stars. Little Luma. These are going to be a first look at my next drop eyes. So they're like blue with a little slight subtle shimmer of pink. Last year, approximately like literally a year ago, I did my first ever anime eye drop, and it was a combination of 3 different anime. I'm aiming for a drop date. I don't have a specific one. It's going to be end of month. So January, end of month. I'm so excited. I was kind of up in the air of like, well, when should I do it? I don't know if I'm doing the con. I knew I wanted to do it in January. I actually have it like completely designed, like promo materials are ready aside from like reels. I have never been this ahead of the game. So I'm definitely like getting a flow down when it comes to my eye drops, which feels really, really amazing. I'm so excited about this drop. I did to reveal all of the like styles together, show the 3 new styles. It's just been hard feeling like I'm on pause because I don't know if I'm doing this 3-day con or not. I hate that they're waiting so last minute. I typically am a very go with the flow kind of a personality, but like it's a 3-day event. That's kind of hard for me to be so go with the flow about. I'm like, can you just let me know so I can plan accordingly? Because I paint the orders now made to order, so it takes a few weeks. I need to know, like, because I need to also prep for the con. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's difficult trying to like plan out 2 different big things. It's just really hard, but it'll all work itself out. But it's just kind of mentally driving me haywire. It's tough. But I definitely just wanted to show off little Luma because she's so cute, and I'm really excited for Riley to get her, and I hope she loves her. I'm just excited. I love Riley so much. So when I got her as my Secret Santa, I was like, I'm so happy. I'm gonna pull off the shelf what Riley made me last year, because when I opened it, like my jaw hit the floor. I was so excited. Oh my god. I am like totally brain farting on her actual like handle. I just know her name is Charlotte. Charlotte, I had ordered this hook from her last year. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So all of my Persona 5 fans, oh my god, this Joker hook is so amazing. Ah, oh my gosh, I'll have to link her down in the description because yeah, I commissioned her for this Joker hook and I love it so much. I am obsessed with Persona 5 Royal, and Riley knows that, so that kind of like will preface what she made me. So Riley knows that I love Persona 5 and she knows that I love Toothless. So she made me a Joker Toothless last year. Oh my gosh. I freaked out when I opened him. I could not believe it. Absolutely blown away. I love when people do like combos like that. In the past, I have done like Spidey Dinos, I have done Spidey Dragons, so stuff like that where people do combos. I had been wanting to make a Joker Toothless for so long and I just ran out of time. I feel like that happens a lot. I get busy and I don't have time. But when I opened the package last year and I saw she had made me a Joker Toothless, my jaw like hit the floor. I couldn't believe it. When I saw that I had her this year, I was like, I'm so excited. And also kind of like, what are the chances? Because we have a decent sized group of people that we do Secret Santa with. So I was shocked that I got her, but also really happy. Also, I think she kind of suspects that I have her now at this point, but it's fine, it's fine. Hopefully she'll be excited either way. I'm going to be shipping out her package, and I'm just like, I hope she loves it. I just have to do a little lint roll for the baby, but yeah. I love Sentimental Makes so much. I absolutely love displaying like gifts and things that I've bought from people or my favorite makes around my room. Oh, I just love it. I love this art so much. Oh, so cute. So it was so funny because literally going into her dragon, I had no thoughts whatsoever about like Jujutsu Kaisen. I literally was just like, okay, Riley likes celestial stuff. So I was thinking like night sky vibes, navy blue. I knew I had silver stars that were cut out in vinyl, like pre-cut heat set vinyl. So I was like, perfect. And then as I finished him, I was like, this kind of reminds me of Gojo. For those who are not familiar with Jujutsu Kaisen, that is Gojo. As I finished her dragon, I was like, oh my gosh, how is this literally like a Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen dragon? And I was just dying laughing. I was like, I love this. The nerds will love this. I was literally like, the Jujutsu Kaisen fans will love this dragon, and I'm here for it. It was still like a beautiful celestial dragon in my opinion, but I was like, this literally is like a Gojo dragon. Riley and I FaceTimed, and her reaction was so cute. I love reaction videos so much. That is probably my favorite part, is like when you can surprise somebody and they don't see it coming and then you can see the reaction. I love that so much. I just love it. I was really happy I got Riley as my Secret Santa. Into the whips and the projects that I finished. I'll show you guys a whip that I'm actually working on. When I was in that low period, I was like, I just need to make something that I want to make. And in some of my previous videos, I had mentioned that I had a family member that had bought one of the first Gojo dolls I had ever made, which was a pattern by Nocturne Cat Crochet. And when I was in one of my low periods, I was like, I just want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen and make that pattern again, but this time make it in plush and velvet. So I did. But he is a whip. I admit it. I don't enjoy making doll hair. It's the one part of the doll making process that I dread. I've had his body done, but I just finished making the hair cap last night, so I have to sew his hair down. Otherwise, oh my gosh, he looks so silly. Like, they look kind of crazy until you get their like hair on. Ooh. He's done. I'll have to put like his little pin on, but otherwise he's done. And these eyes are by me. Yeah, lots of hair. Lots of hair strands, but totally worth it. He's just a baldy right now. So yeah, these eyes are by me. Little Gojo boy. I am really excited to see him with his hair sewn down. It was fun like going back and making a project, but now after a lot more experience on board and in the yarn that I typically use for dolls with velvet hair, the first time I made him, I had like used yarn for his body that was velvet and then accidentally used blanket yarn for his hair, so he looked kind of silly. I am really excited to see him come together. It was really fun just making him. I love the little chibi style. I just think he's really cute. He was a project that I made just because I wanted to. Like, I really just wanted to make him for the sake of like, I need a passion project. So he was a passion project. Okay, the next whip that I have that was kind of like another passion project that I was so excited. When the pattern came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I need that right now. I only have the arms done because I kind of got busy pattern testing and just dealing with like weird wrist pain and stuff. These are the arms. This is a pattern by Casey Joe, and I think her name's Casey Joe or Casey Joe Design, something like that, over on Instagram. But she designed Arumi in like a derpy outfit, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing ever. I was like counting down for the pattern release. I was so excited for it. Once I had a little bit of free time to start making something, I started making her. I'm excited to have more time to work on her because she's gonna be so cute. I imagine she will sell well. Like, come on, roomy and derpy in one. So cute. So I'm really excited to see her come together, but I literally have only had time to make her arms. And then I admittedly have been weak when I see a pattern that I'm like, okay, that would be really good for like a market and it's nerdy. There have been more nerdy like market make patterns coming out this month, which is perfect for me because I am trying to, go more into the market scene. And I've been desperately looking for nerdy market makes, so I'm like, perfect. I will finish her. She will get finished. I love dolls, and that's like all I've been wanting to make recently. I have also been weak with the smaller nerdy market makes because for a while there I couldn't find them, and now it's like people knew I was struggling because all of a sudden they're coming, they're flowing. So I'm excited to see her come together though. All right, now completed projects. In my last video, Tanjiro by Sweet Beans Crochet was just a whip, and now he's done. Tanjiro! Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Now I know he has like the squares on his jacket, but I'm gonna be real with myself. I do not trust myself to make that look good. I just don't. And looking at him, I'm like, people will still know he's from Demon Slayer. As much as I am a sucker for attention to detail, I really just feel like I'm not gonna make it look good if I use felt. I don't like felt. I try to avoid it as much as possible. That's a preference thing. I see people who like sew on the felt and I'm like, that looks so good. Do I want to sew on felt for a cheaper market make? No, I'm just gonna be completely honest. No, that's a lot of time. And he's smaller, so I'm like, no, I'm good. I really just feel like it's not a big enough detail to matter. I feel like people are gonna see him and still be like, that's Tanjiro. I'm just being completely honest. I see him and think he is cute as heck even without those. So he's all done and his eyes are by me. Kind of harder to see on a smaller doll, but these will be releasing later this month. Like I said, in my next video, I will be releasing the theme of the next anime-inspired eye drop. I'm so excited, but I love these eyes. It's harder to see them on the smaller doll, but I will say in person, I'm like, they look pretty dang cool on him if I do say so myself. Bam! So we got the two Demon Slayer dolls together. Both patterns are by Sweet Beans Crochet. I was laughing with Robin, that's Sweet Beans Crochet. I was laughing with her last night. I'm like, I feel like all my YouTube videos are just basically me fangirling over you. I love her patterns so much. They are just so perfect for markets, and if you like dolls like me, perfect. So anyways, look at the babies, they're so cute. Next thing I mentioned in my last video that I have finished since, this is the little chibi Gojo. Look at his hair. Little chibi Gojo. This is by, I want to say her username is Amigo2022 DVO. I want to say that's her name. Her name is Kat. I am better with names than I am handles. It's just once I know a name, it's harder for me to go by a handle. So I apologize if I got that wrong, but I put everything down in the description. So if you want like details or where to find the patterns, I put it down in the description below. Chibi little Gojo. I tested this pattern and he's all done now. Little chibi guy. I'm excited to show Ash. Oh my gosh, I was so excited when I saw the tester call for Ash Ketchum. Like, I freaked out. I was so excited. I have tested a handful of times for Bardic Treat Kits, which is Caitlin over on Instagram. I'm so excited. Let me show you him. Oh. Just look at him. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. I love him so much. He's actually like the first make in quite a while now where I have gone into it and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll sell him, like whatever. I'm not as attached to my makes as I used to be. Like the first year of crocheting, I didn't want to sell anything. I was like, no. I spent so long making that. I don't want to sell that. But he's the first one I went into like, yeah, I'm going to sell him. And then as I was making him, I was like, I don't want to sell him. He's so cute. But I will sell him, but he's going to be displayed until then. I love him so much. I'll go a little closer so you can see. But these are the Toffee eyes on him. So these are the new brown eyes I have listed on my website that I literally made because I needed brown eyes for him. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. I ended up doing like a little like rhinestone for the center of the Pokeball and I love it. That was the closest I had to like clear, but I actually really like it. It's very like on brand for me since I love iridescent and sparkly anything. And I'm like, okay, as I move it, look at that. That is so cool. This is Ash Ketchum by Bardic Trinkets and I love him so much. I told her, I was like, I love your patterns, but he might just be my favorite. I love him so much. Now, I will say, he is a lot of work. It's pretty intensive. Like, he's got a lot of pieces. I love him. My sister was like, are you going to make a bunch? I could see him selling a lot. And I was like, no, no. He takes too much time for me to just be like, yeah, I'm going to whip out a bunch of them. But I love him so much. I like looked up a picture of his hat to like copy the embroidery and try to place it exactly kind of how the hat goes, but I do have to like tilt it to fully see it. Like when he's sitting here, you can't see it all, but when you tilt it, you can kind of see it. I tried to go based off of like a photo and the spacing. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love him so much. So, so much. For him, I used Posh and then Velvet, Burnie Velvet for his hair. I love him so much. And his eyes are 25 millimeter. Oh, I love him so much. Like, he's so cute. Oh. So yeah, I'm just gonna love him. I'll take him with me when I'm in markets, but I'm like, I love him. Oh, he's so cute. I love this pattern so much. And as of today, which is January 12th, his pattern is now live. So I'll be sure to link the pattern in the description below, but I love him so much. And so I wanted to show some of the other dolls I have tested by her because I love her dolls. I think they're just really cute. I like how they are able to just kind of sit. I think that Gojo was the first doll I tested by her, actually. And back then, this is when I was obsessed with the Hobby Lobby velvet yarn, which I don't like now. Now that I've like worked with so much yarn, I'm like, the Hobby Lobby velvet is pretty waxy. I don't like that feeling. No, I don't like that feeling. For Gojo, when I tested him, I used the Hobby Lobby velvet with a 5.5 millimeter hook. Now when I'm making dolls, I use Posh with a 5 millimeter hook. So he's like slightly bigger for that reason, but so these eyes are also by me. I'm gonna lift like his little mask up, but these are by me. He's another one that was pretty labor intensive because his hair, you have to like make all these little pieces separate and sew them on. I was like, Caitlin, and we just laughed about it. I have had him displayed up above my TV. I think I made him or tested him like a year ago. He was one that I was like, oh yeah, I'll sell. And then I made him and I was like, just kidding, I'm not selling him. This keeps happening with her patterns that I'm like, I don't want to sell them. But now that I'm full-time, I do have to be a bit more choosy with which ones I keep and which ones I don't. I don't want to sell Ash, but I'm going to be good. But I have decided with Gojo, when I start to go back to markets, I'm going to take Gojo with me. I'm going to keep Sukuna, which is who I'll show next. I just have so many that I'm like, I've got to start shuffling them out. I love Sukuna. He's really detailed and stuff. I have made plenty of Gojos before that I'm like, okay, I feel like I've loved Gojo enough now that I'm like, I'm okay with somebody else loving him, if that makes sense. He's so cute. I'm like, he's so cute. And he's got his little blindfold. I usually keep like one eye showing. And yeah, so that is Gojo by Bardic Trinkets. Here's Sukuna. Oh my gosh. Sukuna is another Jujutsu Kaisen inspired make. I love the details of him. I just think he is so amazing. He's another one that is a little labor intensive, but totally worth it. You do have to sew all these pieces on, but it's not nearly as much as Gojo. I think Gojo had like over 30 pieces of hair you had to sew on. But because Sukuna is just like the first half, you know, not nearly as bad. The eyes here, these are actually the I Am Kira eyes. These are by me. These are the Death Note inspired eyes from my first drop from a year ago. This is back when I was doing like eyes where I would pre-paint them and then drop them on my website and they would be available until they sold out. But they're perfect. They're perfect for Sukuna. I was like, oh my gosh, I love these for Sukuna. I really, really love the Sukuna pattern by Bardic Trinkets. I was like, he's so cool. Oh, he's cool. So I want to keep him, but decided once I go back to the market scene, I'm like, okay, I'll take Gojo. It's fine. So it'll be Gojo and Ash will come with me when I do go back to the markets. I'm really hoping I get accepted by Anime Washington, but at this point I'm like, I can't get a hold of them. I just want an ETA on when I can expect because on their website it says they will get back to you even if you're rejected. So I'm like, let me know. Yeah, I do love Bardic Trinket dolls. Like you can tell when you see a doll that it's like a Bardic Trinket style. She definitely has her own style and I love that. That's what I love. I love the doll makers in the community because they have their own styles. Anyways, I can go on and on. I love to make dolls. I'm definitely in my anime doll making era and I'm here for it. So anyways, if you have not checked out Bardic Trinkets, you definitely should. I adore her. At the end of my last video, I mentioned that I was testing a pattern by Crochet by Smurf. Oh my gosh. So I don't know why this happens to me. I'll be like laying in bed and all of a sudden I'll have like a revelation and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this. This happened to me. I literally mentioned in my last video that I was testing a pattern for Crochet by Smurf. I almost forgot to include him in this video. I'm like, why do I do this? Sometimes I'll take a photo outside and then I'll leave said plushie somewhere and then forget about it. And I was like, poor Charmander, how did I forget about him? He is literally cute as heck. Anyways, I tested Charmander for Crochet by Smurf over on Instagram and I love him so much. This might be, I've tested, I don't know, I feel like I've made quite a few Charmander and they're all so cute, but this might be my favorite one to date. I love him so much. As I was working him up, I was like, oh, the cuteness aggression is so real. So anyways, yeah, I was laying in bed last night and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I forgot to film Charmander. Oh no. I had to make sure I popped on to show you guys Charmander by Crochet by Smurf. It's so cute. I love him so much. Now, she had told me like these are small, but I was not anticipating it to be like this cute and little. I made him in Posh, so Big Twist Posh, from beloved Joanne's, rest in peace. I'm so sad. I still miss Joanne's. However, if you're not familiar, you can get like, you know, the Posh, like, I don't know, you can get the Posh knockoff or whatever from Michael's. So, you know, you can still get Posh essentially. I love Posh so much. So I made him in Big Twist Posh and I just love him so much. So you can do a twirl. He is so perfect. He worked up so quick. I was like, oh my gosh, he's the perfect Charmander for market. So I'm like, I'm telling you guys, people answered my prayers because a few months ago I was like, I need nerdy market makes. My nerdy soul was like dying for some small market friendly makes. And it was so hard to find them. I just was like, I cannot find smaller nerdy patterns. This is difficult. And then all of a sudden in the last like 2 months, it's just like bam, bam, bam. And I'm so here for it. So anyways, I did Big Twist Posh, 5mm hook. That's like the main combo for me. And then 25mm eyes will be dropping at the end of the month. I am so excited. More details to come about my next eye drop coming in my next video next week. So stay tuned for that. Oh my goodness, I love him so much. Oh gosh, I love him so much. So in this pattern release, you could also make Bulbasaur, Eevee, Pikachu, I believe Squirtle. I think Squirtle, I want to say it was like the starters, but I tested Charmander and oh, I love him so much. A must-have pattern for all of my Pokemon fans. I'm like, oh, he's so cute. I just cannot take it. I love him so much. And I just finished another Pokemon market-friendly pattern too that I want to show. I've talked a lot about Naughty Hookers over on Instagram. Seriously, her Worry Pals are like little palm-sized snugglers. Perfect market makes, and they're so cute. So I just finished testing another one of her Pokemon inspired ones and I was like, oh, it's so cute. So I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh. I had a hard time like trying to get photos. Sometimes with the Worry Pals, I will say, I have a hard time like trying to capture the cuteness in a photo, but in person, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so freaking cute. I have like kind of in my market makes a little tiny like Psyduck and he's all cute and chubby. But this little like mini snuggler Psyduck, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh, that little face, I can't. It's so cute. So I love it. I have to check. I can't remember what the date is for this pattern release. I want to say it might be in like a week or so, but oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh, it's adorable. I love him so much. Like that little baby face. So cute. But I love how quick the Worry Pals are. And they're always low-so. They're either no-so or low-so. I use Sweet Snuggles Light. And then the black is Naughty Pony with a 6mm hook. Just like, oh my gosh, this little Psyduck is so cute. I love so much. So these are like the Pokemon makes of the week. And I'm just like, oh my, I love so much. I definitely plan to make the other Pokemon from Crochet by Smurf. Oh my gosh, I just so obsessed. So cute. So highly recommend both these for when this one comes out, and these patterns are already out. So cute. Ugh, can't recommend enough. That is going to wrap up this week's video. If you love anime, small business content, anything like that, I would so appreciate if you would consider subscribing. I am really just trying to find my nerdy community here on YouTube, and I would love if you would love to be a part of it. Next week, I will be revealing the theme of my next anime I drop and really diving deeper into one of my absolute favorite animes. I am so excited. So until then, be sure to wear your nerd loud and proud. You guys, I will see you next time. Bye.
I've been everywhere, doing everything, seeing everyone, stay stuck.